Who's ready for the super flower blood moon on Wednesday morning? I'll explain what all of that means in just a minute, but first of all, let's explain what actually is going to happen scientifically here. We're going to have a partial lunar eclipse over central Iowa, and let's just explain how that works. So you have the sun, you have the earth, the sun casts a shadow, and what the area that's darkest, that darkest part of the shadow behind the earth is called the umbra. There's also an outer edge of the shadow that is lighter, not as dark, called the penumbra. So you have different levels of lunar eclipses. When the moon is in the penumbra, it's called a penumbral eclipse. Once the moon at least partially gets into the umbra, that's when you get a partial lunar eclipse. When it gets completely behind the umbra, that's when you have the total lunar eclipse. The western United States over to the eastern Asia, they're going to have a total lunar eclipse. Here in Iowa, it's just going to be a partial lunar eclipse. So here are the details on what we can expect on Wednesday morning. We'll begin with a penumbral eclipse that begins at 3:47 a.m. So you will have to wake up early to get this glimpse. By the time we get to 4:44 in the morning, we start to move into the umbra. So that's when the partial eclipse will begin. So at that point, the moon will start to turn a shade of red. It's going to be just a sliver of the moon initially at 4:44, but by the time we get to 5:46 a.m., 84% of the moon is going to have this reddish hue as it continues to move into that shadow. Shortly after that, at 5:51, the moon is going to set below the horizon. We won't be able to see the moon anymore, and that's the end of our partial lunar eclipse here in central Iowa. So if you sky gazers want to get a look at a pretty cool event, again, this is a super flower blood moon, supermoon, because this is also the same time that the moon will be at its closest approach to the Earth this entire year, so it's going to look bigger than normal. And the flower moon is just the name of the full moon that we have every May. So long fancy name, but should be a pretty cool event to look up to, and the sky should be clear when you are checking that out on Wednesday morning.